And hello everyone, this is Alena, and today I'm going to show you my two old comics that I'll say are interesting, which is Clone Lead from around 2022, maybe the second half of the year to around 2023, most likely the first half, and Catching Pirates, which was from around the first half of 2022. And since this is the older one, I'm going to show you this one first. This is technically the first page of the thing, and we get to know about the three main characters of this comic. Jenny, a 16-year-old sister who is just silly, goofy, wacky. Though her 18-year-old, most likely adopted sister who's just shy. And then there's Rick, a 41-year-old guy who we just met Jenny and Doe, cause why not? We could get to see Jenny in a non-pirate form, and Doe in a non-pirate form too. This is of course before they actually become pirates. The basic plot is that they're pirates. I was obsessed with pirates back then. The first page is the first page. We could see that Jenny is reading a newspaper and sees this sort of a little blog about becoming a pirate, most likely meant as a joke. Jenny, being the idiot she is, obviously takes it, cause the show just needs to be. Honestly, if Jenny would have never thought of becoming a pirate when reading the newspaper, then catching pirates would never be a thing. She, of course, calls it no because she wants her sister to become a pirate as well, and Doe accepts for some reason. She tells her mother about it. Yes, she's that old. And then we could see that they went to the Clamsville Corner. The Clamsville Corner is basically this big old tourist attraction sort of thing. As you can see, the panels are teensy weensy, they're tiny. If I were making this now, then I'd probably fit this into like at least 3 pages, not one. We could see Rick meeting the two girls and introducing himself. He's a veteran pirate and I don't know. Jenny and Doe went to see the museum because Rick suggests them to. They go to the skeleton museum, they talk about skeletons, and then go to the pirate corp. This little guy is the feller that's probably in the front gates. Rick pays for the girls to get the job, and then they wear the outfit. They put it on. They're like a page spread of Jenny and Doe putting on their outfits. They're looking at the outfits. Fun fact, this was originally going to be a 2-page spread of one page of Jenny looking at it and Doe looking at it, but I decided to just simply make it a 1-page spread. As you can see, there's a big old splash of fat here, oil probably, and that Jenny and Doe are happy that they actually look good in the outfit. This guy is I don't. Let me just see. Yeah, Mark Dones. Mark Dones is like their boss, you know, and he tells them about the pirate that is supposed to be defeated or something like that. They get introduced to their new ship. Rick gets into the girls, gets out into the girls' crew, and they just simply go to wherever their enemy is in. By the way, the enemy is like this fellow named Olivia Shine, and is in Shell Sneasel. You know, there's a good enough panel of Jenny just whistling and turning whatever the wheel this is. This is good for 2+ years ago standards. They just, the three fellows see that they got their Shell's needle. They look at the market, it's sort of bustling and all, albeit there's only one panel of it. They almost confused another pirate for Olivia. And then Olivia finally gets introduced. Olivia is basically sort of the villain for the episode. This was planned to be like a monster of the lake sort of thing. Olivia introduces to her two water crew members, which is Jimmy and Tom. They plan out on how to actually do stuff. And then we get a little montage of Jenny and Rick just to look at the things that they have. She's reading, for example, one of the fellows are reading a book on about like weapons. Jenny, she tries to find a gun. Jenny, she accepts it. And then Rick is thinking about whatever thing he should do. Then he does something. He makes this sort of cannon looking thing. And Rick introduces the cannon to both Jenny and Do. There's like a test for how far it shoots. Jenny forgets about the nose, but doesn't really think much of it. Then we actually get to the part where the enemies are looking at their things. We actually see that the bell is starting. Since Olivia spots this big old thing that seems to suspiciously come from maybe their enemy. I sure do wonder where that comes from. And then she actually announces the start of the battle. And these two panels are actually quite nice, especially this one. Albeit the eyes are not fully colored. Seems like she has pupils now. The battle's starting. Everything's getting bad, you know? And we could see that the enemies start attacking too. As you can see, because it wasn't very old art style of mine, there's still like stick limbs, no ears, no nose, no neck. At least in the next one, clonally, that the characters get to have noses. You know, I'm not actually going to read it, I'm just going to show it. Jenny carries the big old cannon that they have. And then there's this big old moment where where the enemy just shoots a cannon, but it doesn't really hit the dough. She almost died there. And then Jimmy seems to almost drown for some reason, and then I just seemingly spoiled the thing. Jimmy McDarry, she just accepted the fact that the ship will wreck and grabbed Olivia's hands. Oh boy, I spoiled the comic. Okay. Oh, and then this guy Tom just accepts the fate of Cannon again towards him. He just falls asleep, and then it gets picked up. He almost drowned. And then, like, they notice that 3 attacks are coming. Oh boy! And that one of the cannons, those things is that has a very special ingredient that will make everything work. This ammo would have a special system that will work. Let's set it up. The can gets sent. It's actually, as you can see, tick 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 tick. This special ingredient is actually just a time bomb, or a ticking time bomb. I don't know. This big bullet will just explode. Well, lands just like a bomb. Okay, so if the bullet is still with the boat, then my plan will be complete. Some more stuff happened. And this is really the last page that I did for the thing. And it just ends. It just simply ends. I gave up on it very early. Because of a face that I had. And that's the old comic from 2022 or so. And that, I showed it it lasted to 11 minutes. Now for the bigger boy, Clonalade. I started it from at least the second half of of 2022 and gave up on it on the second half of 2023. As you can see, same stuff is happening. There's there are 4 main characters with a 5th main character being revealed in the comic. There's Alena, a fellow resident wanting to be a warrior, out here living over 3 sisters. Anna, sort of a combination of a zombie and a human. Adeline, a overreactive emo girl, you could say. And then there's Alena, the original one. The original Alena. The Alena before the Alena. I actually wanted to make a clonally connected with Catching Pirates. With them sort of being with them sort of being in a start at the same city. It being Clams. Starts with Alena writing a newspaper for a little contest that she has. And fun fact, that is the same newspaper that the Catching Pirates had at the very start. As always, Alan just starts yapping about why don't you just buy your newspaper? And then Alena gets introduced. She's live streaming cause why not? That totally makes sense. And then she ends her stream to go meet Alena. Anna gets introduced as well. And then Alena just gets the idea to get a 5th sister to actually get to the new city. She tells her dad about it. And then bada bing bada boom, a new main character. Beat Agatha. Alena convinces Agatha to actually go to the city and all. And they sail to it. Wait, let me see here. I want to find a little voice line. A little line that Alena has. Oh, a Clamsel. They wanted to go to Clamsel. I barely remember this comic. It actually started in Hexington, and then the girls got to Clamsel. I'm a dummy. There's a less sad panel of Agatha just looking out at the sky, and then they actually get to Clamsel. Yippee! They get the bus to it, and then we get to see the Warrior School. The Warrior School is basically just a school that teaches people to be warriors. What else would it be? And this could turn into like a High Guardian Spice if anyone knows what's that. Because of the main plot being a group of girls go to a warrior school to become warriors. Dang, I sure don't know where that will go. They get to the beginning class, a little reference to a certain something. And then the class starts. The teacher introduces everything, sorta. And then we get a little cameo of a character from an even older comic, which I don't even have anymore. I do certainly have the cover, but nothing really else. I don't even know where the cover is anymore. Basically called an extra kick. I tried to make an extra kick to sort of action comic with a little nutty spin because of the art style and because I was obsessed with the show back then. But then I just gave up on it very early, just like with all of the other comics I'm showing you. And heck, there's even an extra comic that's made during Clonalated that I won't even show you because it's that short. Plus, it's in Russian, so basically no one will understand it. Yada yada, class, 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 and then the girls actually get the opportunity to choose their weapons. Alena chooses the shield, cause why not? And thinks about some kind of a combination of a weapon. A sword and an axe. The axe and the katana. And then this girl. Kiana Miloko. A reference to Four Loco. Because she's insane. I don't know. And then we actually get to see what the other girls picked. Anita picked a laser gun with a tech shield. Anna picked a pitchfork and a turret. Adeline picked a guitar and daggers, and then Agatha picked some boxing gloves and a hammer with electricity. It seems to be that their main thing is electricity, and Anita acknowledges that. Anna, though, doesn't really know about electricity. She introduces her to turret named Tiago, and then Alona just gets the idea to make the main thing electricity. We get to see some more yapping about things. And then we could get another character that was supposedly going to be introduced in the second episode, which, as everyone guessed, I never made. This was supposed to be Scarlet along with her buddy. And then we get to the cafeteria where Anna just does this. I don't know why, but still. Agatha and the other girls get the opportunity to find some things. They wanted to find gears for their weapons since they chose electricity. They get a book for gears and all. And then they get to the part where they have to decide to where to dig some gears. Gears, dang it. As you can see, the south has a lot of miners that are digging for treasure, but the northeast is really cold. And I just guessed that she should go west. But the west is the perfect thing. Who will know? And then they just decide to go to the west of a city called Umbergstown. I tried to make it German. Adina, there are some things with like a damn train station. And then we get introduced into this guy named Mark Satson. Probably a European guy. And the Mark over here is actually the guy that goes along with Agatha a little later in the comic. Literally a page after. And here, the girls and Mark finally hop onto the train. I actually sort of like Mark. He's a character that I, like. Maybe he could appear in my future comics as well, because why not? And Mark introduces a game called Ticken. This is basically a game where the main mission is to take as many cards from your enemy as possible. Don't know what that is? Congratulations. Mark specifically tells Agatha how to play the game. You start with 5 cards, I start with 5 cards. We have the 9 yet to be opened cards on the left, and we have the ticked in cards on the right. Each game has a timer around 3 to 10 minutes. And then he tells everything. And then oh boy. Oh boy, this is gold. Agatha looks at her cards. There are no cards. Agatha looks and then sees that the Mark is actually shuffling the cards. Hey! Oh! Oh! It's just so dumb. So embarrassing too. Agatha Mark tells Agatha to do with the shuffling of cards herself, but Agatha doesn't really know how to do it since she was spawned into this world just a few hours ago. And let me tell you why that is possible. Because all of the other girls that are not Alena, they're the main characters, are actually just clones of Alena but with different traits. Agatha is one of them. As you can see, Mark tells all about the game and both Agatha and Mark could go ahead and play a game, and then there's this big old panel. Did you read my goddamn mind? Which is just dumb. Oh wait. Okay. Good. There's actually some panels from this comic which I'd still consider okay. This one, for example. Anna just comes to Agatha and says that she was sleeping. Don't interrupt her. And then the thing actually ends. They finally got to Umberstown. And then there's everything from them getting to the bus station to getting to the bus, and then they actually get to the mountains where they should be, where they can dig out some gears. As you can see, so just like in Catching Pirates, the paneling is crazy. The paneling is a little difficult to follow. And then the chapter 2, oh boy. Alena sees that it's actually a group of digging. I don't really know what that is. And then she actually starts to dig for everything. And then the comic just ends. Again, not finished at all. And by the way, I just wrote some things quite recently. Will I find anything here? No, you won't. Offer 6th of March 2024. And then I write some more things here saying that Adeline is floating. By the way, this is the little trivia segment that I was planning to do. And fun fact, this was originally going to be a Redman Publica's comic. And these are my two old comics that I tried to do but gave up early on. Catch Up Pirates and Clonalade. There were more comics that I was making in the past, but I just lost, and then another comic which is just too short to even mention. And this was Showing All Comics, guys. Goodbye, everyone.